this was a pretty good show overall with a few minor hiccups. So a typical standard, pretty good show for NXT. I'm Awesome Basics. I'm back to another video, and today I'm reviewing NXT. And yeah, overall, show was pretty good. There was a couple things I didn't really care about, but you're gonna say that about any wrestling show. Um, I will say that next week's Dynamite I might not be able to review because I have some plans. Um, I'm having plans that day, so if I don't review Dynamite, next week, don't send me any hate comments, but I'll try to. But yeah, let's just start off the show. We're gonna start off hot with Dakota Kai versus Mercedes Martinez. This was a pretty good match. Martinez showing off her, veteran experience, and Kai trying to cut her off and all that stuff. Some good back and forth, some good power moves by, Martinez and Kai trying to cut her down, kind of a David versus Goliath match. But in the end, Raquel attacks and it's a DQ. This will probably set up a match, maybe at a takeover, or maybe a show down the line or something like that. So overall, this was a pretty good match, to kick off the night. Shotzi and Emma are backstage and they get flowers and all that stuff, and it's from Dexter Loomis or something like that, but it was to the wrong people. More on that mess here in a little bit. Mounier shows up, and again, they get flowers and all that stuff, so I don't know what this was, but it did lead to something. Also, if you can't tell, yeah, I shaved my stash. Don't know why. Maybe it's because I look a little less creepy with it. Not as creepy as what Dexter Loomis is. Don't get me wrong, I like Loomis, but for God's sakes, man, please blink. More on Loomis here in a little bit. That was not an attack I made, by the way. That was just a weird observation. So Cameron Grimes is in a jewelry shop. He says he wants to buy the most expensive ring in the world. And he's gonna have interaction with someone. You can probably guess who it is. No, more on here in a bit. JYV in a ring. They said that, they want to prove that they want to be tag team champions. Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. Thatcher is back. Yay! I don't know what happened to him. I guess he got like an injury or something. I think it's because he did tweak his knee a little bit and he probably had to take some time off for a little bit. Either that or he maybe had the virus, and I hope he's okay. Thatcher does look good. Thatcher, Ciampa called him Toothless Timmy for some reason. I don't know why I'm giving, Timmy Turner, Fairly Odd Parents flashback for some reason. But, Thatcher talking about, the first title defense that the grizzled young veterans did on a pay-per-view. They lost him at Cardiff a couple years ago in that triple threat. With it was Mark Coffey and Wolfgang, who were Gallus, and it was Mark Andrews and Flashburger Webster who they lost the titles to. So that was a cool little callback. That was a fantastic match, by the way. He says that if you take your shoe off, if you don't like Gibson, or it was something like that, and then they attack JYV. Okay, it might set up a match next week. A Swerve promo, or actually before that, we got a Taya Shea, or whatever the hell, the Grudge Ghosts. We get a little video package on that. Cool, don't care. Why is this a thing? Swerve promo. He says that he'll do anything to take out Leon Ruff. They're going to have a false count angle match next week, which should be a pretty good match. Storm comes down, she cuts a promo on Stark, saying that, I'll start my career by, going off strong, and then I'll probably end up when I beat, when I destroy Zoe Stark. And then we get Toni Storm versus Zeta Raymer, who, I've never heard of her, but she does have a look. This match went on for a bit. I figured it would be a squash match. But, Raymer does have a look. She actually is pretty good in the ring as far as I'm concerned. Just taunting, Stark and all that stuff. And then Zoe Stark comes down. And, Storm gets shoved off the top rope. Shooting star press from out of nowhere. That was impressive looking. 1, 2, 3. Zendaya gets the win. Not Zendaya. That would have been really, really, really interesting if Zendaya would have got the win. Zeta. I'm gonna probably keep screwing her name, but Zeta Raymer wins. That impressed me. The rookie got the win. This was pretty good stuff. Legado del Fantasma promo. Talking about, they'll have gold around the waist in no time. They're talking about their main event, 6-man tag. Reed versus Theory. Well, before we get to that, Reed, looking at Gargano, looking at Candice, saying that I'm going to take your title. And then Theory's saying, hey guys, I'm right here. It's really dark in here. Providing more bad comedy. Why I don't like the wave. We get an Eli Drake promo. I kind of tuned out a little bit on the show a little bit. Eli Drake, he cut a promo talking about, how he beat Loomis last week and all that stuff. And then Everrush show up and they talk about their podcast, and Mackenzie said, nope, don't care about it. That's essentially what happened. Reed versus Theory. If Reed wins, then he gets to have a title match against Gargano. This was fine, I guess. I don't really care about Theory. Reed showing off amazing power. They tried to do a little bit of goofy comedy. And then, Gargano attacks. And then Indy is down there. And then Loomis shows up. And, and follows Indy around. And he's like, no, go away. She gets on the ring. She goes in the ring. Theory run almost like Reed throws Theory into the ropes. Loomis catches it, throws Indy out of the way. He gets knocked off the apron. And, Theory is down. Gargano tries to attack. He gets punched. And then, a tsunami! 1, 2, 3. And, Bronson Reed gets the win. Okay, we're going to have a title match. Maybe next week or maybe somewhere down the line. Hopefully Reed takes the title off of Gargano. Please, for the love of God, make the secondary title more relevant, please. And then Kushida and MSK, they talk about the main event. MS Kushida, which sounds like that will be named on a t-shirt. The Wire backstage, they're mad at, Theory for, losing the match. But they're going to take on Ember and Shotzi and Candice and Indy are going to take on Ember and Shotzi next week for the tag titles. They convinced Indy that, it was Ember and Shotzi's fault because of the flowers and all that stuff. More on this in a little bit. And then Drake and Dane, they took on Imperium, which is Marcel Bartel and Fabian Eichner with Alexander Wolf. I didn't care about this match. It went on for a bit. Wolf tries to hit Dane with the chair, but he doesn't. Dane gets sent into the steps, and then the European Bomb, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I don't really care about this feud. If it leads to Dane, being an Imperium, then I don't care. Dunn cuts a promo. He said that he talks about the champions and all that stuff. He says, like, Karrion Kross, you don't scare me. I wouldn't mind seeing Kross. I wouldn't mind seeing, Kross against Dunn. That would be a pretty good match, actually. Cameron Grimes is in the shop. Ted DiBiase shows up. DiBiase fools him again. Okay, cool. Whatever. I don't care about this. This is where the show I kind of tune out a little bit. Robert Stonebrand, which is Aaliyah and Jessica Kamea versus Ember and Shotzi. But before that happens, we get a post-match attack. Indy and Candice, they come down and attack, there's some, production members. They're having, chocolates and flowers. Then, Ember and Shotzi get attacked. And Indy and Candice, they're, throwing freaking chocolates and flowers and product. Why are they throwing produce at them? That is some good apples. Why are they throwing it? And that was some delicious ass looking chocolate. Why are you wasting the chocolate? Anyways, why are they doing this? It was bad when Damian Priest and New Day threw apples at Miz, Morrison, Riker, and Elias on Raw. Why are they doing it with the women now? And then, Kamea and Aaliyah are, winning the tag, like, having the titles, thinking they won it. And Robert Stone with the Michael Jackson knockoff glove. I swear that freaking glove is shinier than a box of jewelry. They think they won the tag titles when the match never even happened. This was terrible comedy. Okay, it's the setup of a street fight next week for the tag titles. Cool! Don't care. Cool interview with, I don't know who the interviewer was, but he looked like, I swear he looked like George Lopez without the wrinkles and the acne. That was kind of mean, but if you look at it, I'm not really wrong. Cole was acting like a dick throughout this, he's like, I'm out in the sun, I'm sweating up in here. And he said, no Adam Cole, there will be no Undisputed Era. And he said that, he thinks Cross is good, but he thinks he's not great, and he says, I'm done with Kyle O'Reilly and all that stuff. And then Kyle O'Reilly, we zoom out of the interview, and it turns out that Kyle O'Reilly was watching the screen. If they're continuing this feud, then I don't know what they're going to do next with it, but it's whatever. Legado Fantasma versus Kushida and MSK. It wasn't bad, I just didn't really care about the match. It was fine. It was nothing offensive. I just didn't really bother with this match. Kushida gets powerbombed through a table and he's kind of taken out. Then Nash Carter, he gets taken out as well. And then Dez gets, tag teamed. Man, African American get tag teamed by 3 Hispanics. Not my first experience. Always delete your research history. It's a mauling, clotheslined in the corner and all that stuff. But Wes is fighting back. Where is he getting this from? Nash is on the corner. Wes! He was screaming and shouting and all that stuff. Nash Carter, he gets tagged in, but he gets taken out. Kushida, he tries to get into the ring, but he gets phantom drivered. High-low 1, 2, 3 on Nash Carter, and then they hold the titles up on the line. The Cruiserweight and the NXT tag titles. Okay, this leads to something, I guess. Overall, the show wasn't terrible. It was actually pretty good, but there were some things that I really didn't care about. So yeah, and also, why did Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde wear a mask that looked like that Kamala where he wear that, Crash Bandicoot looking mask? It just looked a little jarring to me. Anyways, that is all I have for this video. What did you guys think of the show? Did you think it was good? Did you think it was bad? Let me know down in the comment section below. I'm also Base6. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Join the herd. I'll talk to you guys next video. Peace out.